I gotta get the stream link. Sorry, I'm not quite as fast as Tyler on this still.
Sending it to Napolito.
No, truly, like Tyler gets these links faster than I can, and I still
He
knowing what I'm doing, yeah, he beat me. So I just grab it from Tyler's chat, and then leaking the BB Disney secrets. All right.
Every time there's a stream, without fail, Tyler 0.2 seconds right to his prod chat.
Truly.
Before we start, Karen wants to leave.
Oh, okay, hold on. We do have we have a juror wanting to get in. We will pause.
It's because I have the most loyal prod chat.
Yeah, your prod chat's been
I
something.
think my
right?
favorite was trying to do a game history comp and not being able to find my own charts or anyone's charts. So I just used Tyler's charts at one point.
All right, I think we have.
It's those two.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, we have Zoe, which means I think we also have Karen by proxy. Yes,
That's so
perfect.
hot.
I love that. That
so
shot was my favorite. All right. Welcome everyone to the winner reveal for Big Brother Disney Season 5 Disneyland. After however many days we've been doing this game, a hot minute, working around several holidays and some incredible players, some of the best this series has ever seen. We finally have all of the votes and can announce our winner for this season. So we're going to go one at a time, announcing who voted who in, I believe, no particular order. So Michael Davis has voted for Tyler.
Josh has voted for Tyler.
Zoe has voted for Brandon.
Miss Karen has voted for Brandon.
Emily has voted for Tyler.
Alexander has voted for Brandon. We are now tied 3-3.
Now, it gets a little interesting because Avery, Jason, and Michael Hearn have all voted for the same person, which means congratulations, Tyler. You are the winner of Big Brother Disneyland.
I fucking told you, you little bitch.
Oh my God, thank you. Again, even the people that didn't vote for me, you guys know I love you very dearly. I did love this cast very much. I did put my heart and soul into this. I know Prod probably knows that. I've spent hours upon hours on calls with people. And yes, Zoe and Karen, you two are two of my most favorite people ever, regardless if you guys didn't vote for me. I do love you both so much, and I do appreciate every single person that voted for me. And yes, every person that didn't vote for me, no hard feelings.
Congratulations to the both of you. You both played incredible games, and especially Tyler. Could not be prouder of you. So glad you played this season. Thank you to every single one of you. Again, I know I've said this several times, but I mean it just as much every time I say it. The time that you've dedicated to this series, the energy that you've put into this game is something like that. It's more than we can ever ask for. And like the energy that you put into it is the reason that we have such a good season, and that this game has been so enjoyable to host and to watch and to be a part of. So thank you all for making this truly the most magical season that we've had yet.
Also, I don't know if we've said this enough. You guys are all so hot.
You're so hot.
What the hell? You guys are all so hot.
Beautiful, beautiful cast. So, without further ado, we also have some awards for you guys tonight.
Get to them.
Sorry for the
Ding dong. All right.
So we're gonna start tonight with our hero of the season.
Can I make a preface before awards?
Yeah.
Actually, okay. So again, all of these awards are from the production perspective. We saw the entirety of this game. We don't know how you feel about your game. We don't know, we didn't see everything, but we saw everything that production can see. These are based on our opinions. This is based on our objective view of the game. We are happy to discuss all of this afterwards. If you want to fight us on your award, you're welcome to. It's not going to change. We saw what we saw, but without further ado, now we're going to start with hero.
All right, we are going to start off with the hero of the season. This player embodied everything that a production wants. You were someone we loved to see on calls. When you were there, you made us happy. You made us laugh. Just your energy could fill a room. And God, even when you told people to choke on goat cheese, we still thought you were a hero. So congratulations, Karen. You are the hero of the season.
She deserves it.
Deserved.
I told her she
Deserved.
was getting it.
100%.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I'm not going to argue with that. I'll take it.
Love you so
We
much,
love
Karen.
you, Karen. All right.
All right, it's over to me then. All right, well, we got a hero. We need a villain too, don't we? I see you laughing. You already know where this is fucking going. There, one fucker in particular really did pull out every stop. It was a strategic game beyond anything I have seen, but damn, you burned some motherfuckers, including your closest ally, in a truly malicious way. You stopped at nothing to make sure you got to the end of this game. And while it was impressive and a strategic point, God damn it, Tyler, you are this season's villain.
Oh my God, thank you. I've said it many times, if Avery did not leave, I was never evicting that queen. But I did slaughter her in cold
Take
blood.
the fucking award already.
You did do it in a very interesting way.
All right. Julia.
My turn. So the next award is for Best Alliance. And honestly, this was a little bit difficult because this season didn't have many like concrete alliances that you usually see in these games. But when it came down to it, we picked the group of people, or should I say the two people that were always the most entertaining, always made us laugh, and had the best chat. Could we give it to anyone else? But the final two of BB Disney, Tyler/Avery, parenthesis, we are us.
Who came up with that name?
It was a drunk mistake.
Yeah, I don't even know how it happened.
The We Are Us happened that night on call. I don't remember how, but it definitely happened that night. I was present for that. I will also say, like, for me, that was the only group of people, like, the way you guys managed to be in every alliance at the beginning of this game. Most of you, like, both of you were in most of the alliances at the beginning of this game. Nobody compared notes. Nobody caught you on it. And therefore, like, we couldn't really give it to any other alliance that had you guys in it, because like it was truly you guys making alliances with every single person in the game that solidified those alliances within the game. So like, so proud.
That's my bestie so much.
So that brings us to Player of the Season. This is probably like the most prestigious award of a season, I
Congrats,
suppose.
Jazzy.
Not that. So this is given to the player that just absolutely wowed us the most. And I think like there's a lot to take into consideration with these games, both the capital that you have within the game, the moves that you're able to make, the connections that you're able to build both personally and within the game, the strategic game, the social game, the comps, whatever it takes. And I think also outside of that, it's also prioritizing the things that you need to prioritize outside of the game as well. And because of that, we were all so impressed by, you guessed it, Queen Miss Avery. You are our player of the season. I truly think had you not left the game, which we completely understand and respect you doing, like I said, like taking care of yourself is priority number one. And I think you just like prove to a lot of people in this community that you can take a step back. It is okay. And that you can come back whenever you want and people will still be here for you. We will still love you and accept you and appreciate you all the same, which is something that I think a lot of us kind of can learn from in this community. So Queen, love you the most.
Love you. Thank you.
You would have won. If you had not left, you would have won.
No, she would have.
No. Thank you guys.
So those are like bigger awards. We're gonna go on to some like our smaller awards now, starting with our most robbed preacher. We said this like every round. We're like every round sucks because we like this cast was so good. So losing anyone sucked, but losing Jazzy specifically was such a bad start to the season. Like, what the heck, Jazzy? We loved you so much. We literally were like, Jazzy is amazing. Like, your personality is there. You are the Disney. You have the Disney personality. And so when you got 16th, we were like, oh no. So Jazzy, you are our robbed preacher.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Deserved.
Deserved.
Thank you.
Jesse should have made it to the jury and beyond.
I know.
Truly, and like we thought those votes were gonna flip there for a minute. We truly thought Jazzy might stay for a second, and we were like, "Oh my god!" Like it was wild.
The reason Josh didn't make it to the end is because he put up Jazzy. just saying.
Blame that.
I think that's very true. I think that's very true.
So that moves us on to our most robbed juror. This person absolutely, like, again, was just somebody that, like, going when they did hurt so bad for us as production. Like, it was one of those moments that we just, oh my gosh, Miner's here, yay. It was just one of those moments that we, like, were just devastated to watch because, like, it could have gone so many different ways. It felt to us like it made sense for it to go a different way. And for a lot of people's perspectives, but our most robbed juror is Zoe.
You better work, bitch. And by you, I mean me next time in second chances. Bring me back.
Oh, you played such a good game, and like I would have loved to see you make it to the end, or just go even just a little bit farther. I feel like would have been more like a satisfactory end to your game than what you got, and that's why like it just. You were so close.
Love y'all.
Mwah. Next up, we're moving on to Jackson, King of the Exit Interviews, for his favorite exit interview award.
Along with Lake as well. Jackson.
Along with Lake as well. Lake and I will have two different winners because we both have two different opinions. And I have to say, everyone that I've interviewed so far, fantastic interviews. I had laughs. I did feel you guys. It was amazing. And although one was really funny, Karen, you had a really funny interview, I have to give this award to King Josh Rogers himself. You had a lot of emotion when you came to me. You gave really great answers, and we had genuine conversations that had to be kind of cut short because the Skype was running out of time. So I truly loved our interview, and Josh, you are my pick for interview of the season.
Thank you. That was so fun. I don't get to, like, more people should do exit interviews in their games because that was so much fun. And just being able to like get all of the blah out because like I know some people know this, I know some people don't, but like the round before I left, I had a lot of shit go on in my personal life. And so just to be able to sort of just like word vomit about the game and not have to worry about real life, it was very cathartic. And Jackson just let me sort of go off on all of my little tangents, and so it was a lot of fun. So I appreciate it.
Hi, I'm also the other after show host. I loved this cast so much. Y'all are all so beautiful, but I did only have to pick one, and it was indeed the Hearn. I loved our exit interview so much. You know, I love you. I know they're not here right now, but if they're watching, I loved it so much. I got to know you even more. I enjoyed it, and I hated doing our exit interview, but I also loved doing our exit interview. So, yeah.
Yes, Lake.
Yes, Lake.
Period.
Thank you.
Way to go, Hearn. All right, now I think it's on to Miss Julia again for our best move.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. So there were a couple really good options for best of the season, and I'm going to run through some of the picks, and then we're going to get into the winner. So one of the greatest moves of the pre-jury that really set the tone for the jury was Emily voting out Luke and then blaming it on Hearn, which obviously carried right into live night, which had an effect on Hearn's game and sent him packing. Another really good move on Tyler's part was lying about the final three alliance to Michael Davis to get him to take out Karen on the revote. There was no final three alliance. He made that up, and it worked because it convinced Michael to kick out Karen, who said he was going to keep the entire day. Another big move from Emily was her lying to Brandon about Alex, saying that Brandon told him he was safe. She really played on Brandon's emotions, which he stated run his game a lot of the time. She really played on that, and it was a big factor that led to Brandon just spiraling and keeping Emily, which might not have been the best thing for his game at the moment. But the best move of the season was hands down Avery going to her notes app and writing an entire fake conversation between her and Josh about Josh wanting to take out Tyler and setting up C's to take out Tyler. And like it was an entire Skype conversation, copy pasted it and then sent it to Tyler, causing Tyler to get paranoid about Josh and Josh having no clue why. And it really, really caused a rift between them. And it was fantastic television.
Avery, you're rotted as fuck.
That is so good. Oh my god.
Avery,
I don't
Avery,
even know what to say to that.
That is amazing.
Avery, I thought we had something.
And Tyler ate it up. Tyler ate it all up.
I did.
But,
I
like,
did.
I was
sat
you-
there and like fixed the timestamps, like did so much to make sure this
Oh my
conversation
God.
looked legit.
I went into
I'm
like
pretty sure I
panic
saw
mode
that.
when Tyler was messaging me like I heard people were people were telling me that you're planting seeds about me, and I went into panic mode. I was like, Tyler, listen, like I never said anything, and I had no idea, like I couldn't conceive of where it came from because I thought Avery, I thought we were homies, like.
That is so good.
Sorry. Oh my god, I forgot. I
Like
did
that, the Canadian on Canadian like crime here. I don't know.
Canadian on Canadian on Canadian.
The way that it was the all three.
That's so good.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the only conversation that Avery faked either. I don't remember the other ones, but I remember she said like 3 times she did it.
I'm pretty sure Tyler sent me that conversation at one point too. So
I also faked a lot of conversations, but not like Avery did. Like that was like a whole ass conversation.
That's intense. If that wasn't so ingenious, I would be upset. But the fact that like you went to such lengths, I respect that. Like that's.
I knew that being the best move would be fucking fun here because I knew not a damn person besides Avery knew that occurred.
that's so good.
Okay, well, speaking of best move, well, I get the bad things, of course, right? I get to give the things that aren't so good the worst move. Okay, look, I love y'all, but you guys were some questionable fucks throughout this game. Oh my god, were there some questionable moves? But give me a moment. I gotta look through this. I gotta look through Brandon's resume. Give me a moment. Because
yes, the file folder.
Brandon, I gotta be honest. Your game was really good. You got to the end. I'm not trying to give you shit there. Like you played a damn good game. But when it came to things you individually did, they could have been executed a lot better. And for me in particular, probably the worst move that was made throughout this was you attempting to backdoor Michael Davis.
Yeah,
it could have worked, but you didn't try to talk to really anyone about it. You just said, I'm going to do this.
No, but the thing is, I talked to people about it, and I guess it's just that I was always going to be the renom no matter what happens.
I mean, but was popping off on him in front of the Zoom the best call?
No, but it felt funny.
That one I can't deny.
It felt funny. It felt good, so I did it. I don't regret it. I love Michael Davis. He knows that. It was good, though. I like that.
It was fun. And the fact that we like still made it to Final Four together somehow.
It was great television, but there were so many moves where we were just like, what? Like, why? Like, what is going on? Like, Brandon fell for so many other people's moves. And again, not to discredit you because, like, obviously, again, you made it to the end. You played a good game. You got votes to win for a reason. But, like, it was wild to watch.
I think,
Yeah.
I think my thing is I'm just too trusting in people more so than anything else. I guess that might have been a thing. I'm way too trusting in people more so than anything else. I guess I was trying to take people for their word more so than anything else. I was playing with the information I had. That's all I'll say.
I mean, I can't fault you too much because it was the information you had. But speaking of too trusting, I want to get the heat off you a little bit. I want to go to one other person for a questionable thing. Alex, why'd you hold on to the spirit so hard, man? Alex, like, why'd you hold on to that?
Okay, here's the thing. I came into this game not knowing at all how it was going to work. So when we formed this and it was working so well for like weeks 1, 2, 3, I was like, you know what? Let's just ride this out and see how long it'll last. I don't know if there was like a bit of me in the back that was like, this might not work, but it was working. No regrets.
I mean, hell, it got you 6. You did something right.
Yeah, so I don't feel too bad about it.
I think that we were all loyal to the spirits because of how loyal Alex was. Because I don't think the other 3 of us would have been that loyal if Alex wasn't loyal.
I will second that. I think Alex's loyalty to the spirits was the reason I trusted Alex so much, was because it was so obvious he was loyal to the spirits.
Okay, I'm done shitting on y'all for now.
All right, that moves us on to our most magical award. It wouldn't be Big Brother Disney if we didn't talk about the magic a little bit. So I do want to give an honorable mention to this award because we did mention just Jazzy's personality in general. Was not around too long in the game, didn't have too much impact on the game, unfortunately, but loved just having you around in general. But our most magical award goes to a person who from their interview brought so much life, so much like excitement for the Disney side of this game, so much energy just to play and stuff. Part of it comes from being a newbie. I think part of it just comes from like an appreciation for what we do, and I appreciate that. So congratulations, Luke. You're our most magical this season. Yay!
Thank you. I had no idea how this was gonna go at all, but I had a whale of a time. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Which then will unfortunately move us into our least magical player of the season. I feel like we're all going to agree there was one person this season who just wasn't as magical as the rest. And that's going to go to the wheel anytime it didn't pick Karen for the Power of Veto competition.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
She's just snapping.
That is right. That is right. That rotten wheel.
And
then we also we threw in a best jury question at the end as we were watching this finale tonight, and that obviously goes to Michael Hearn. The potato rant, the stairs rant. There was just a lot going on there, and it just really made us giggle. Although I think Avery also gets an honorable mention for that after she arrived. And then
Host favorite, right?
Last one we have is host favorites. We'll start with Josh because he's not here, and honestly, I don't know if anyone's expecting this answer.
Hold on, I got it.
You want this one?
I mean, I was just gonna say I could find it.
Josh has decided that Jazzy is his host favorite. Jazzy came in and shocked me with how good her singing was. It was better than everyone else's combined, even though I didn't watch most. Despite being out first, her vote out was up in the air, and she showed a lot of fight for a first boot. Many thought she'd go far and slide under the radar. Had she stayed, had she survived this vote, I believe she would have gone deep. If not, she would have won. I'll do mine next because I think mine wants to go eat their mac and cheese. My host favorite of the season was Miss Karen. Karen, I had no clue who you were before this season. I'm not super active in this community. And when they were like, Karen's playing, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I'll watch her interview. And I watched her interview and I'm like, I love her. I'm like, we're casting her. Like, no questions asked. Like, I want this girl on the cast. Like, we hadn't even done like 19 of the other interviews. And I'm like, I want Karen. In this season, you did not disappoint. You were hilarious hosting the scavenger hunt competition or the pick a pro one where you like ran and you're like, does this count as a belt? And you held up a whole dress. And I'm like, sure. And then the next day you're like, you know how many belts I'm going to go out and buy? You were so funny, so hilarious. Everything you did was just like, I was like, I'm so glad Karen was here because it made the experience better for me. So
the horoscopes every day. Karen was basing her game off of her horoscopes, like her co-star or whatever.
I wasn't basing it off of it. It was just too fucking accurate is the thing.
It really was. It was quite funny to watch her like astrology stuff line up with what was happening in the game. It was quite cool.
And I do now own 3 belts, just so we're clear on that.
Just in case you need them for a future game.
Exactly.
But every time you were on a call, it was just so much better. I'm so glad you were here for this season, Karen. And you are literally, I don't remember what the moment was, but I ran to the host chat and I said, claims Karen for host favorite. And Keaton was like, I hate you.
We fought for these host favorites. I'm not going to lie.
Karen, I love you.
I love everyone. I love you. Thank you for letting me be your favorite. I'm just honored to have been a part of the cast of all.
You're so perfect. I'm so glad I met you.
I'm going to eat my mac and cheese. I love y'all.
As you should, by Pudding Thick.
Good God.
That's her Instagram handle, by the way.
Minor, go next. Me calling on him like it's preschool. I'm like, you go.
Him wakes up.
Minor is not unmuting. Keaton, go next.
Yeah. All right. Well, I definitely didn't just get called out for maybe my initial choice maybe getting taken. But I am not mad at all for this person being my host favorite. I was scrambling trying to figure out at first because I was like the last person who got the choice, and I was like, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no. And then I remembered that Josh was here. Of course it's Josh. It has to be Josh, right? Like, Josh, I'm so happy I've got to be able to host you again. You're always an absolute joy to have in a game. Just, oh my God. Even I think I only got one live confessional with you this time, which like sucks that it's only that one, but that one was amazing. You were at your same game you always do. Your bubbly personality, everyone absolutely loving the hell out of you. Even with having Davis on your side, that didn't really change a whole hell of a lot for either of your games, to be perfectly honest. Like, did people tie you to each other? Sure. You guys are still with play pretty individually. And once Davis left, you looked like you were doing pretty damn well. And I think if Davis didn't come back, you would have had a good shot, like the run deep. But the anchor came back, but nothing on there, Josh. Oh my God! Like, especially with how much passion that you showed for this game. Like, after misspelling words, you definitely broke thinking that it was the end for you there. And I felt for you so hard, but I'm glad that was not the case and you were able to continue fighting, because, oh my God, just watching you play was an absolute pleasure.
I love that I was your host favorite, because I think I've played out of my like 9 or 10 orgs, I think I've only played one that Keaton was not involved in any way. So this just fits right into my org narrative. And Keaton, like, I love you so much. And you are right. If Michael doesn't come back, then I don't know, Tyler and Brendan, your seats might not be as secure as they were tonight. But yeah, I absolutely loved being a part of this season, and I'm glad that Keaton was here. And it made me feel right at home. I was like, what am I doing? I don't know, but Keaton's here, so it feels right. Everything is right in the world.
I think you're the only person that would ever feel that way about having Keaton around. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no point.
I will take it. I love Keaton. I know everybody has, Keaton is my guy. So
I do not need to be shot at right now.
You're a punching bag. You're a punching bag.
I will also say, as much as I love to hate on Keaton, Keaton is like fun.
No, I adore Keaton, which is why I shit on Keaton all the time.
I am like so mad that there's like 3 people sitting on this call that I have not met in real life, and I'm probably the most upset that I have never met Keaton in real life. So,
gosh, that could all change in July, Dusty.
And once you meet him, you'll realize it wasn't worth the wait.
You know what? No, it'll be worth the wait.
I can confirm it wasn't worth the wait. Sorry.
The way it froze.
But Josh, I'm right here.
I will say that having met Josh in person, Josh is lovely.
Can confirm.
Okay. So Minor is not here, so I will read Minor's, and then I'll let Julia do hers, and then I'll do mine. So Minor's host favorite was Avery. Again, we really did fight over these host favorites. I know pick 2. But Minor says, I was so excited when I saw that you applied. Watching you play in Survivor was a chaotic and amazing ride. Oogie boogie advantage, laughy cry emoji. I wanted to see how you would do in Big Brother, and you were wild, chaotic, and so much fun to watch. You were the moment. I screamed when you volunteered to go up with Brian so you could take him out. Everything in your game was thought out, and you didn't shy away from taking risks. You are my host's favorite. I kind of wanted to see your reaction to the Final 4 veto, though. Always a pleasure to host and a book buddy. Thank you for playing.
Love it. Thank you so much. My fave.
King. We love Minor and we love you. Avery, you played such a good game. We've already talked about it and all of the other things, but it just kisses all around. Julia, Queen.
Hi. This was really hard because all of you are fantastic, but my host favorite was Alex. Yeah, I know, shock face. It was so fun to watch you play your first game, and you gave so much effort. I think the moment I was like, I love Alex, was when you're doing your tower builder veto, and you were doing it for like 45 minutes.
That was my shining moment of this whole season.
You were
was that
having your
challenge.
roommate help you, and you put in so much effort. And then during my favorite competition, Animal Dances, you had your roommate pouring your water in your mouth just because you cared that much. And it was wonderful.
Shout out to Zach and Derek for honestly carrying me through this season.
It was wonderful and it was lovely. And I love watching you play.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I did not expect that.
Okay, time for my host favorite. My host favorite is not here in true fashion, but honestly, that's kind of why I love her. My host favorite is Emily. As some of you may know, I don't know how like candid Emily was about this ever in the game, but Emily is actually the reason that I play orgs. We were doing like this overnight theater thing one time, and she was talking about this Survivor game she was playing, and I was like, wait, that sounds really stupid, but really kind of fun actually. It was 24, Luke, it was. And that's also how we both know Luke. And so like she is 100% the reason that I play these games, and so I've been wanting to have her play BB Disney since like we started hosting this a couple of years ago, and the fact that I could like bring her back into the org community even just for a moment. I think a lot of people got really mad at Emily for not being around in this game, but I think she was, and she was to the right people, and it carried her really far. She was also like, and a lot of people started noticing it towards the end because she was threatened more, but when her game was threatened, she showed up. She played hard. She won competitions, vital competitions where she needed to like get herself farther in the game. I truly think like she had paths to the end up until like a very late point in this game. And that is definitely nothing to shade. No Emily slander here under my watch, because truly like she did play a really good game. She could have definitely like broadened those social horizons, talked to more people. She was very busy in real life and going through a lot, which is completely understandable, but like she munched. I love Emily. Emily Queen.
That is it for awards.
We did it, y'all. Congrats. I will say, like, literally shout out to every single other person here. I think actually Keaton might have come up with SAS Awards, maybe, or something.
I mean, I can just start making fun of people at times.
Okay, great. Yeah, like if you want to do that, like by all means, like absolutely. But
we can just start talking. I'll just start making fun of them.
Yes, but before we do that, just again, like if you did not get an award, it's no like tea, no shade to you. It's not because you didn't play an amazing game. We adore you all. You all had so many of my favorite moments at different points in this game. It would be impossible to pick. That's why our host favorites were fought over. It's why like we adored and sobbed over every single boot this game. So again, just shout out to all of you for an amazing season. Thank you so much. Any other prod want to say anything before I cut the stream?
One last thing I feel like it's just really important that we talk about. Y'all are so hot. What the hell? Y'all are so hot. That's all I got.
Don't we have something important to say?
Do we?
Please tell me you didn't forget.
While you're figuring that out, I want to jump in and say that I did start noticing that Emily was not the most active person, but every time she showed up on a Zoom, she won a competition. And I was like, who is this person? Like...
And when I tell you, when Emily is here to play and puts her head into it, it's like me and Julia's reputation. I think we get a lot where like, if we're out of the game, we're going to flop. But if we're there to play, like we are going to munch.
Period.
There is no other option. It's 0 or 100 and no in between. Like,
that's so true.
So
she just did both all at the same time this season.
I will say I loved getting a message from Emily at random points being like, bitch, what are we doing? And then she would like cold call me and be like, what are we doing? And then I don't know, I just like vibed with Emily so well. And like me and Emily are supposed to meet up this summer. So exciting.
Wait, that's so cute.
She's going on a road trip to Alaska. So
sounds about right.
Sounds correct. Okay, so one more announcement before we have our final kickoff, before we end the stream. We have one BB Disney tradition we can't end without. But before we do that, we do have an announcement for the future of BB Disney. We always do this at the end of every season because we usually have our next season pretty much decided. We're not going to tell you the theme this time because instead there's a more fun twist to reveal. Because for the first time in Big Brother Disney history, we have an all returnee season because we're coming back with Big Brother Disney Second Chances. So whether you think you deserve a second chance from your performance this season, to our players here, if you're an alum who thinks maybe you're deserving of a second chance, now might be your time. So to all of our BB Disney alums, new and old, everywhere in between, we will be sending out invitations for second chances starting next week. We're not starting the season until the end of next month. So we're going to be sending out invitations early so that you guys, anybody who would be invited, can plan your lives around that a little bit. I know like jumping into another season, especially for anybody who may have played this one, is a lot. So there will be a nice big long gap in between, just theoretically. But we will be sending out invitations soon because we have a lot in store for next season. And as more gets revealed, you'll find out the theme, which we are in love with. So we're very, very excited for the future of the magic here at BB Disney.
Speaking of some magic, we have one final thing to wrap out the game tonight.
Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Huh? How I'm supposed to get home? Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Huh? How I'm supposed to get home? Okay, 2:15 the lights come on. Where my phone? Looking around like where my phone? Looking where my homies went. Where the hell my homies went? Where the hell my homies went? How I'm supposed to get home? How I'm supposed to get home? Walking home with my feet on sore. Walking home with my feet on sore. What the hell these Louboutins for? What the hell these Louboutins for? Walking home and it's damn near full. Walking home and it's damn near full. What the hell these Louboutins for? What the hell these Louboutins for? Yeah, I was getting it looking real cute. Up in the club, man, how do you do? Hair ain't a don't, hair is a do. Oh, he fine, what's up with you? Where the hell my phone? Hey. Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Hey. How I'm supposed to get home? Where the hell my phone? Hey. Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Hey. How I'm supposed to get home? Okay. Ooh, I like that. All up in my contacts. Ooh, I like that. All up in my contacts. Ooh, I like that. All up in my contacts. Ooh, I like that. All up in my contacts.
Amazing. Thank you all so much. That started in the minis and it's a BB Disney tradition ever since. We love it so much. Shout out to Lizzo, sponsor BB Disney. I'm kidding, don't steal it. All right, thank you again. Every single one of you that participated this season has participated in BB Disney in the past or will participate in BB Disney in the future for an incredible series, an incredible season, and we love you all so, so, so much. I'm gonna cut the stream. Congratulations again, Tyler, the winner of Big Brother Disney Season 5 Disney